All right, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. What's going on, guys? Welcome back, everyone. Happy Thursday, everyone. Happy Thursday. Blown 8 accounts in less than 2 weeks. That's not good, man. That's insane. How have you blown accounts? Do you have no risk management? What's your risk management plan? How do you even come close to even blowing an account with risk management? But to blow 8 in 2 weeks is insane, man. You're probably just trying to full port them and trying to get lucky. If you're blowing 8 accounts in 2 weeks, you're not even following a trading plan, man. Yeah, it's insane. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Gold had some decent opportunities today. You had some very nice sells and some liquidity lows, and then you ended up breaking back higher as well. 2 very good opportunities. Quick look at the news here. Excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah, you had some pretty decent trades in Asia today. You had some very nice shorts into some hourly lows into 32.50. I traded on 2 combines today and on my 100k funded account. Asia was very nice today. Now, in terms of news today, we do have US dollar GDP 1:30 London time, which is going to be very big for the markets, guys. It'll be very, very big. Let me just move this screen around. All right. Let's have a look. Yeah, gold had some. Gold and NQ. NQ had a insane run today. Stocks are absolutely booming. He had a double top here from back on the 21st. Absolutely ripped it. So simple as well. It's very late in the session though. 9 o'clock London time. Would you be trading at that time? Well, probably not. But yeah, that's an absolutely insane move. You came up. You liquidated these highs here as well. Here, look at this. Beautiful reaction off that liquidity level. Came back down, held this level, broke out with a bullish engulfing candle, and NQ just absolutely ripped. Absolutely ripped. Goldie here. Goldie sells today were very nice. Last hour I feel like a trap. Yeah, I mean, if you're shorting now, where are you shorting into? Like, where's your targets? It was part of it. Yeah, there was some tariff news. An hourly bearish candle isn't enough to start taking shorts for no reason. You have to have clear targets. That's why shorting gold today in Asia was very nice, because you had 2 hourly equal lows. Well, we know, if gold's gonna have a push up or a bounce off a level of support, it's never just gonna reject once and just rip. It's always gonna come down, re-grab the lows before having the push. So the sells in Asia were shorting into the fact you need to re-grab these lows, and it was a crazy, crazy, crazy push. Close of this 15, even that wick there was like, 70 ticks. It was, yeah, a very, very, very big day. I got 3,000 on one of my combines, 3,000 on another. Oh, I've made too much on this one. Damn. And then $800 on my 100K. And then I haven't traded the other ones. So yeah, some very, very, very big moves today. I've made $100 too much on one of my combines here. But yeah, some very, very big moves. Alright, man. Topstep Extra does it for you, man. But you can just see whenever the price action is not there, you can't take orders, and you can just Google GC futures contract to tell you which one we're on, man. Yeah, time to revenge trade and win another 3K. Yeah, probably. I'll take it if you need it. Yeah. In terms of what can we see for London today, guys, if we have a look at this 4 hour here, actually let's have a quick look at the daily. Now, daily is at huge support. You guys on Zoom, we spoke about 32.50 in our Asia market call for price to come down and tap into this level before potentially bouncing higher. 4 hour grab the lows, held support. So you're probably going to bounce within this range here. This is where I'd imagine is going to be the London range. Previous 4 hour highs could be a pretty nice upside target. I'm not selling gold. The sells have already happened. The sells have gone on gold. If anything, I wouldn't mind seeing some potential fake out buys to buy back up into this very nice support level here. Look at this, nice resistance, big support. You broke it, and you haven't quite come back into that area. You can see how big this level is here. Look at this, huge resistance, massive support, huge. Big level of where a lot of price action is going on. Downside liquidity level has been hit on gold. Like I said, sales in Asia were shorting into these lows. Well, now that you've grabbed these lows and start to reject, yeah, either range in London or break back up into these areas. To me, that kind of makes the most sense right now. Let me turn this up. If I did want to short, not that I do, I'd have to see a pretty aggressive break below here and create some liquidity. But right now, there's no downside targets for me to want to sell. This 30 minutes basically closed with no bottom wick. Same as the hourly, you close bearish and no bottom wick, but you have still closed below. So if we close back above, you could get some longs. Yeah, we're on GCQ 25 now. GCQ 25. So yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing some fake out buy opportunities to continue buying into these 4 hour highs. That's what I would like to see here for London. That's what I would like to see. Where are we? Profit, nice. Yeah, NQ had a monster of a move as well. Absolutely insane move in Asia. Just huge. Just a very simple. You broke out, held the resistance, breakout level, massive move. My shorts today on gold was somewhere around here. As it was starting to come back down with big volume, as I was causing a high chance you're going to at least grab these lows, if not these lows all the way down here. I couldn't hold it down into here because this rejection here actually didn't grab the lows on the futures chart. So as it was grabbed here in the currency, I had to take profit on the futures, and I kind of missed out on like an extra 1,000, but it was still ended up coming right back down again before breaking back higher. So rookie numbers. Yeah, get them numbers up, man. So yeah, potential fake out buys today on gold, guys. Fake out buys to come and pull back some of this decent sell-off. And the fact that you're you're not just trading 4-hour highs, you're also at massive, massive daily support. Huge daily support. This is a big, big level. So if anything, you want to be buying down here. Yeah, you got quite a few. Yeah, you got quite a few trend lines coming down as well. Let's get rid of these highs. You got even just a little hourly trend line coming down here as well. Most people trying to short this, so if you can buy back up into that, great. But to be honest, all I'd be looking to play here in London is probably just this range for about 100 ticks, and that'd be more than good enough. But yeah, I got a nice 820 on the funded account today, which is good. 820 US in a, hour of trading was pretty nice. I saw some of you guys on Zoom getting some great trades yesterday as well. Some of you guys doing like $600 days, which is amazing. You need to keep them days and understand how powerful that actually is. $600 US in a day of watching some candles on a screen is incredible. Absolutely incredible. Sorry for such a stupid question. No such thing, man. The reason I chart on the currency chart is because it grabs highs and lows more than the future charts. Sometimes the future chart could leave like a perfect double top or double bottom, but the currency chart can grab the highs and lows more. So if you're just watching the futures, you'll miss out on a liquidity grab that will happen on the currency chart. Doesn't always have to happen on the futures chart. So yeah, that's why I like to watch the futures. If we're going to get these buys up here today on gold, you could still pull back a little bit more. We may have that 30-minute volume coming in. If we can get them 30-minute fake out buys, that would be beautiful. Let me move this out of the way. Lock myself out. Lock myself out. I've locked in 3K in 2 days on the XFA. That's amazing, man. 3,000 in 2 days on the XFA is incredible. 3,000 US dollars is amazing, man. Now it's trading the combine. Yeah, nice, nice, nice. Good, man. Get that, lock that payout in. That's incredible. Absolutely incredible, man. I know, I saw that, yeah. I saw that, which is pretty cool. About time. Very, very cool. Where is it? Yeah, that's good. Yeah, payouts feel bigger. Yeah, 100%, man. Yeah, they always are. Like 800 US in a day. What's that? Is it just less than double, like 1.5 or something? What's that? 800 US is like 1,200. Yeah, which is pretty sweet to make in in a day. It's amazing. 1,200 in a day. Can't complain. That's funny because I always end up taking a trade and I was taking profit. Seeing everyone else took the exact same trade with me in Discord. Yeah, that's amazing, man. That's what it's all about. Seeing the exact same things together. That's what's amazing, man. Now we did have some news in the Asian session. Yeah, Nvidia stock booming as well. Where is it? Where was the sent it in Discord. Yeah, that. Hopefully the Topstep stream works today as well, guys. Some of the guys said they're gonna stay up to be able to help me get it going. So fingers crossed we'll be back on Topstep today as well. Alright, how you doing, mate? Hey man, what's going on? Yeah, 600, nearly 1,000. Yeah, it's amazing, man. It's amazing. Yeah, exactly. Combine's the challenge. Yep. Combine's the challenge to prove you can trade. Then the XFA is the funded account. Yeah, exactly, man. Don't make that in a week. Yeah, 100%. Two different charts, man. This is the currency chart and the future chart. Future chart's the future price of gold. This is the spot chart of gold. As long as the candlesticks are the same, it's the same, man. And analyze on the currency chart and execute on the futures. Yeah, futures chart's at 94.7 right now. Currency's at 27.9. Because yeah, you're looking at the future price of gold compared to this is the actual price of gold, man. Copy trade my accounts. Not my Topstep ones. No, I keep my Topstep ones separate. I copy trade some others, but my Topstep ones, I prefer to keep them separate because my London account's pretty much done. Because one more payout on that, and it will get moved to live. So I'm not trading that one anymore. So I'm trying to build up some other ones in the background instead. I'm in down in the Gold Coast, man. Down in the Gold Coast. It's a beautiful day today as well. So I'm hoping London gives us something, otherwise I'm wasting some beautiful sun time. How's that Audi looking? Yeah, he may squeeze some lows, maybe. It's not a short I would take, but potential wick-ins there before squeezing higher. Good morning, man. Good morning. Cough side, oh, nice. Yeah, not too far. Yeah, nice, man. Nice. We're going to be going down to Melbourne next weekend. We'll do a little Melbourne meetup. Morning, man. Let me just fill up my water, guys. 2 seconds. Lived there 5 years. Nice. Yeah, nice, man. Yeah, it's beautiful down here. When I'm down in the complete other side of the boring touristy parts, but yeah, it's very nice, man. Give me 2 seconds here, guys. Morning, guys. Morning. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Hopefully pre-London's going to actually give us something today. Otherwise, I'm probably going to stop watching pre-London for a while, but I'm hoping it does give us something. We haven't had a crazy move that we've seen at like 4 a.m. recently. What was nice about here on gold is you wicked out the highs and tried to push back lower, so there was nice sells from around here. You kind of grabbed the lows and held support. I'm hoping gold gives us something pre-London. Otherwise, like I say, if it doesn't, I'll probably stop watching it. Because it went for a patch where pre-London, was giving us trades like every single day. But now pre-London's gone a bit quiet, so Yeah, we'll continue to monitor pre-long. I'd like to sit here and watch it do nothing, but I also don't want to miss it. Grabbing the lows, closing bullish. We need to get back above this resistance. Once we get back above this resistance, then, you know, 80 tick range is pretty nice. If we can get back above. NQ longs. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It's absolutely booming. What are we coming for? All-time highs? New all-time highs? After what we were down, where was the start of the year? Like somewhere around here, we were down, what, 27% for the year? Now being back to only minus 3% is insane. The stocks are booming. Hopefully you guys bought lots of long-term plays back in April time, because you are laughing right now. I think I was up like 5,000 on stocks yesterday. I'm up 2,500 today. Like, stocks are just going nuts. Stocks has been more profitable than day trading this month, which is pretty crazy. Considering I haven't done anything. But it has been one of the craziest recoveries we've probably, you know, seen in a very long time, if ever. You know, usually when you had these drops, like even back in COVID times, the recovery took its time. It was very, you know, corrective in the way that it pulled back over a good couple of months. What, from March until June? Whereas in like 1 month, we are booming. Yeah, it's cheering. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I got some in video as well. The Topstep doing the Nvidia party as well. Playing Nvidia up into all-time highs, 150s, 160s. Was buying from back down at 110. Minimum amount of money to invest in the stocks. Nothing. There is no minimum. Man. Just goes to $3. Damn, that's insane. Yeah, what, back last year? No, 23. Yeah, that's insane. There's no minimum amount to invest in stocks, man. Just start compounding, start growing, start putting money away. I treat my stocks like a savings account. You know, if I make 20-30% on stocks in a year, I'm very happy. I mean, this year's been an exceptional year, but there is no, you know, specific amount. You just want to start somewhere with stocks. You know, keep dollar cost averaging. I personally don't keep money in the bank. I keep it all in stocks. Money in the bank to me is useless. But you got to think, you know, if you're looking to make like 20%, well, if you put in $100, 20%, it's not really worth it, right? It has to be worth it. But if you compound it and you keep depositing, you know, I know we've done this before, but over like a couple of years, you know, it adds up quick. Like, say if you started with what, 5,000. Say if you start at 5,000 and you put in 500 a month, 15% a year, which is very conservative for stocks. What, in 5 years' time you'll have 54,000, and if you change it to 10, it goes up quick. Yeah, in 10 years you have 159,000. Like, it can compound really quick. So you just want to start. To be honest, there's no, you know, there's not a bad time to start diversifying. I mean, you know, April was a great month to get in, but with stocks, it's not really about timing the markets. You know, it's the old saying of time in the markets as opposed to timing them. But if you can read simple technicals, it's also very easy to time as well. You know, like this. When I was buying here down in April and March, you know, it's just very simple, just huge historical levels, huge levels. How's that 30 close on Goldie? So grab the lows, close bullish. If this 30 could reflip back higher, it wouldn't be a bad trade. Let's see the 5 minute here. Bit messy. Afternoon, man. You just do $50 a week? Yeah. Dollar cost average pure power. Yeah, pure power, and it's like so simple. Like it doesn't take much thought process, if any. And most most investing websites, you can actually just do it automatically as well, which is good. So you just treat it like a savings account, treat it like a retirement account, and don't even think about it. Take wages from the company individually, the rest, or direct from the company. Nah, mine are all done individually, man. Individually. Any payouts from funding firms, personal. I moved a lot from personal into stocks recently. I still have my personal, but I moved a lot from personal to stocks and was focusing on more of these funded accounts recently. So this is when we see the volume coming in. Yeah, nice. Being dollar cost averaging into NASDAQ 100 ETF. Yeah, doing pretty well. Yeah, 100%, man. Best thing, on average it does what, like 10% a year? 10% a year compounded over like 10, 20 years is huge. Like it's simple. It's so simple. And it's once it starts growing even more, it's like, yeah, it's massive. And like, to get 10% a year is, I don't say it's easy, but it is pretty easy. You could have basic market knowledge and get 10% a year with your eyes closed. Stocks, crypto, broke below, broke back above. You're trying to get back above here on Goldie. Hourly trying to get back higher as well. 30-minute did close bullish. Would that be a trade that'd be worthwhile? What would the risk be? Let me see. Risk would be about 23 to see if you can squeeze for 90. Not bad. I'm not gonna put this in just yet. Not yet. But the reason for wanting longs is that 30-minute grab lows and close bullish. 4-hour buys into previous 4-hour highs. Massive daily support. You just haven't really had that hourly fake out confirmation just yet. Previous hourly did close bearish, so I'm not going to jump in it just yet. But if you had a buy stop, if it doesn't break higher, then, who cares? Let's see. It's a pretty decent range into the highs. I would be more comfortable to see the futures get back above 96. Kind of got some liquidity levels down at 91 as well. Yeah, 20 minutes till the next 4-hour. Yep, is that on the futures, I believe? Yeah, 20 minutes on the futures. Yeah, I mean the futures 4-hour looks like you're going to continue pushing lower. The futures and the currency 4 hours tell me something completely different. Like the currency grabbed the lows and held support, looking like you're going to squeeze up. But the futures 4-hour looks like you're going to continue to roll over. So I mainly do go off the currency one, but that is it's pretty tough there on the futures. Good morning, man. What's going on? Welcome back. Yeah, and the 4 ounces on the currency, if you kind of see, you grab the lows, held major support, and look like you're going to pull back. They just close at different times, man. That's all it is. Just close probably an hour difference or something. 3 hours difference. Yeah, just open and closing at different times. If you go on I don't know, like a Forex.com, yeah, see, kind of looks different here as well. Just closes at different times. I do find the Oanda one to be the most reliable. If you do want to short gold, shorting below here makes the most sense. again, would I short that? Into where? What? Support? Not really. Goldie. Goldie's been very nice today in Asia, so I'm hoping London can be nice as well. Asia's been nice today because it's had just clean ranges, nothing, you know, not ripping down, not ripping up. I mean, it did have a pretty decent rip down, but not too crazy. Yeah, wick the 1 hour low, yeah, 100%. Wick these lows and break the highs, that'd be beautiful, man, I agree. London's track, yeah, London has been quiet recently, I agree. The past, like, week and a half, maybe, London's been pretty quiet. Yeah, or, you know, if London has had a move, it's been closer to, like, 10 to 11 a.m. It's definitely been quieter, which is what we always see. You guys have been around for a while, you know. We have weeks where we jump on, you know, you got back-to-back trades, and you have some weeks where it's just a little bit quieter. Saying that, yesterday did have a great move. Yesterday, London volume was great. These buys in London yesterday were fantastic. I think finding moves has been more difficult lately. Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. It's probably been, out of this month so far, I would say this probably has been the quietest week. It's still been a very profitable month. But yeah, it's been much quieter. Most of my month I've traded pretty much every day. Except this week, I've only traded on my main London account twice. I'm still up on all my accounts. Up 3.5, 4.5 here. Minus 500 on this one. This one's up 1.5. So yeah, all of my accounts are up, but it is a quiet one for sure. 3 trades so far this week, 1 win, 1 loss, 1 break even. I mean, the thing is, you know, when we look at this weekly, it does make sense, you know. I look at this weekly time frame. It's not very often you see the weekly do that. You know, even here, like, you still have more price action to work with here, like grabbing highs, you know, liquidity grabs. Whereas in here, it looks like an absolute barcode. So it does make sense. What I do like here on gold, though, is I think today is probably going to be the big make or break day. And I'm interested to see if 3250 is going to hold to see some new all-time highs. Look how many daily highs we haven't grabbed here. Yeah, literally, yeah. Looking at this week, I'm like, Jesus, like, it's a shit show. You know, I know, although we're not trading the weekly, it's still, you know, we know how important our higher time frames are. You know, when our higher time frames clean, our intraday trading is so simple. But when it's like this, we're like, geez. We are the final week of the month as well. So let's just have a quick look. Yeah, again, you know, indecisive monthly candle. Oh yeah, you do get this, you know, sometimes London's great and then other months, you know, it can be quiet. On my London account that I've had on Topstep since January, I haven't had a negative month, which has been fantastic. And that's the thing, you know, even though, you know, the weekly might still be quiet, you can still get your good intraday trades. It just requires more patience. But to be honest, I look at this on gold, and to me, this looks so good for swing longs. Yeah, both at the same time, yep. And just post whichever one works out, man. That's how we do things here. Like for me, when I look at this weekly, guys, if I just delete everything here for a second, well, like, what do you guys see? When you guys look at this, what do you see? To me, I see a shitload of upside potential. Not that it has to happen, but I see this. I see this. I see this. And I see this. This is what I see on gold. Just looking at this from a complete naked chart. I look at this area right now that we're wicking into as a massive area to potentially come all the way back up into here and grab some weekly highs. Especially with, you know, last week closing bullish. And what's interesting is, you know, we're at a major level of support right before US dollar GDP, which I do think is very interesting. You know, you're at a potential reversal region right on the day of news. Now, obviously, it doesn't have to happen. We don't really care about thinking that far ahead. We're not swing trading. But yeah, to me, that's what it looks like. You know, we know how we love to trade these trend lines. Everyone trying to short this trend line. Gold loves to. Oh, what did I do there? What did I just do? Get out. How do I get this out full screen? Macy, this is why I don't use Windows. What did I just press? F12? I pressed something on my keyboard. I don't know what the hell I pressed. Try. Yeah, press that massive buy button. Oh no, what have I done? Get out of full screen. What's going on? We could be missing out on trades right now. F11? Ah, oh, lifesaver. I owe you. Don't know how my fat fingers pressed F11. Let's not do that again. Oh yeah. Okay, let's not do that again. Yeah, sell by, yes, they're both. But yeah, obviously, you know, we're not Alt F4. Well, let me Google this before everyone's having laughing reactions. What does that just shut down everything? No blind faith in the community. You're damn right. when everyone's reacting with laugh faces, I'm like, nah, hell no. Everyone baited you out there. But yeah, although we're not swing trading, it's still important to understand that higher time frame. And you know, coming into this week, I was actually bullish coming into this week. Replay mode, just in case you guys are wondering. You know, you closed above. I was maybe seeing if you can maybe come down, grab some lows, and then break back to the upside. But yeah, gold just had big sell-offs this week. So GDP is going to be very interesting today, guys. Very, very interesting. Yeah, you need to see. Yeah, you need to see some. You need to see some big news to see something like that. But there is, you know, there's a lot of, like, look at this. Like, this is insane. This huge trend line coming down here. Do we have another one coming up to the highs? Yeah, we did, but we've broken out this trend line, coming to squeeze lower, which is almost like we're having this 1, 2, third drive into the lows, which is potential reversal sign on gold. Obviously, intraday, I'm not saying I'm going to start. I'm not going to start trying to call some reversals, but yeah, it's an interesting level, a very, very interesting level. But yeah, I agree. You'd have to see some pretty big fundamental changes to see something like that, which is why we do have GDP today. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that fake out would be great. How's it hourly looking? Holy squeezing lower. The only thing is, you know, our downside levels have been hit. You know, we spoke about 3250 in our pre-New York session yesterday. You guys on Zoom, we spoke about 3250 on the fake out sells below here yesterday. So if we get back down below here, you know, these lows here, and then 3250 is a big trade, which that ended up being a 600 tick move. I got to start swing trading these moves more. That was a huge move. Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. It's what it feels like the same to me. I don't know why, but it does. If I do want to, like I say, if I do want to short gold, yeah, I'd have to see a pretty decent breakout. Yes, Sean, August is typically the worst. July is usually fine. I have known August to be very quiet. You still get trading days, but yeah, August is probably one of my quietest months of the year. I think last year it actually wasn't. And I did trade it, but I think because there was so much fun. I mean, you know, with Trump being in as well, I don't know if there's no such thing as a fucking quiet month when Trump's in. But yeah, August last year was good. Previous August, it was terrible. August last year, you know, you ended up having like a massive move up. Like August was huge. And I guess that was more so when I was swing trading, I guess. For day trading, it's kind of fine because we still get our day trades in pretty much most markets. Yeah, golfing or something. Yeah, all the big dogs are sitting on their yachts and golfing their way around Europe. I like that. You retailers have it. But yeah, for day trading, I've never really found it hard. Not hard, but like that quiet that you don't get opportunities in really any month. But yeah, August can be quieter. Trade dump up, yeah. Speaking of Japan, saw some huge moves on the yen today as well. Big moves selling off with Goldie. Massive move down here as the yen was getting weaker, gold was getting stronger. Need down here in Australia, yeah, I know, man. It's looking very interesting. Any NQ trades today? I wanted the NQ buys yesterday in London. NQ buys up into these areas. They just messed around for ages. Look at this price action yesterday. We got wiped out trying to trade that yesterday. And it took until here. Probably would have had to wait until at least that breakout and then take it from there to there. Yeah, I think so. Let me see. Is it start to reject yet? How long we got to the hourly? 15 minutes. Yeah, if this 30-minute can flip bullish, yeah, 100%. I like that. I think I pumped as well, really. Yeah, wow. Look at that. Huge sell-off yesterday. Complete recovery here today. That is massive. I've never traded this though. I mean, look at that all-time highs. You'll probably see that today. Crude finally got the trend line. Took its sweet time. I clearly got the finally got the trend line. Goldie. What are we up to? Look at this gold. Look at this on Goldie. Grab the lows, close bullish. Looks like it come down for a bottom weight to potentially squeeze it higher. Yeah, I agree. 32.96 on the futures. Yeah, at least 32.96. Where are we at? Where's 32.96? Yeah, 32.96. I mean, kind of even see here now with the way the 15's just closed bearish. If you were to come down, grab the lows and then break out, then I would take it from there. Which on the futures chart, you know, if you come down, grab the lows, I think a closure above 92, 93 could be nice for potential fake out buys. Much more confirmed on the breakout of 96. But if we were to grab the lows and break back above 93, I would actually take it from there. But right now, it's, you know, we're kind of, in terms of trading, what we see, we're breaking levels, we're holding, we're breaking out, we're squeezing down. There is a lot of equal lows on the 15-minute, down at 32.84 as well, which is interesting. There's like 3 equal lows down there, which screams a lot of liquidity. So no real pre-move move again. No. I'll try again. No real moves here pre-London again, guys. Unfortunately, we've been watching pre-London a lot recently, and there hasn't really been anything other than yesterday. Was yesterday pre-London? No, not really. It was 7 a.m. 7 a.m. That was the move. I mean, technically still pre-London, but yeah, yesterday was probably the nicest move that we've seen all week. Yeah, even see here, these are the equal lows down here. Grabbing highs, closing bearish. So could you top wick and short into them lows? I mean, if you got a pretty steep top wick, maybe. What would you be looking at? If you got, you'd have to get a steep top wick. One to 3, not bad. Not bad, not bad. 32.60. Yep, 15 lows. Yeah, possible, man. Very possible. 5 minutes to grab the highs. You broke them back below, so you may get top wick and squeeze. If I had higher time frame reasons to short this wouldn't be a bad trade. I just don't like where we're coming into. Look at this big hourly wick. This big hourly wick is a wick for a reason. Go on, Nightbot. Nightbot putting in the work. That's what we like to see. Get Nightbot a pay rise. But yeah, there's a free side access, a free part of Discord's been added, guys. So any guys who do want to join the Discord, there's a free link there. There's a bit of a general chat. You guys can share charts as well. 30 ticks on NQ, nice. It did, man, it did. Yeah, Asia was much easier to read. The reason Asia shorts was so nice is because we were able to understand liquidity. You know, most people see this and think, oh, cool, you know, this is time to go long. But you guys know the way that we love to trade gold. What does gold love to do? Loves to come down and re-grab lows before a potential move higher. So I see this as two equal lows. And as we were saying in the market chat, if we can come up and grab some highs and break out in the 15, then that was a nice short. So you can see here, you came up, you grabbed the 30-minute highs, held the resistance, here. You grabbed this one, held it, and then came right down for the lows. So it was very easy to read because you had liquidity sitting below. Whereas right now, you don't really have that. You know, there's no real, the downside liquidity is being grabbed. That's why it's kind of hard to short it now as opposed to in Asia. The reason Asia was so nice to sell is because you had that liquidity down here. You know, you had that sort of evening star play there. This 15 couldn't quite break below, so I didn't short this at the top. But as it started to break down, I got short from somewhere around here and just squeezed it down for a nice scalp. But the reason it was so nice is because you had liquidity. You had very easy targets. And there was actually a breakout. Like to take, I know some of you guys did take this back higher. It was actually nice because you came down, you re-grabbed the lows. The 4 hour was rejecting massive support. So you guys who did take the long, you know, although it, you know, you could say it was risky trying to buy after this huge push down. Well, it wasn't as risky when you grabbed the lows and you had very clear stops and a nice, even pulling back into these highs. Credit grab is never liquidity, or it becomes liquidity at some point. I'm not sure what you mean, man. Liquidity grab is never full. Nah, it's not a scammer, man. I had a few questions for that actually. No, it's someone is doing my doing some emails for me, man. But no, it's not a scammer. I had a few questions asking that for some reason. Maybe did it look a bit scammery? Yeah, I'm not sure what your question meant, man. Yeah. Push happened right when the hourly closed. Yeah, top weight was so clear and obvious. Yeah, 100%, I agree. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, if it was asking for Bitcoin, that's the one. Thank you, man. Thank you. Just trying to use it to share some trading tips, psychology tips. Yeah, potentially from the wick on the 4 hour. Yep. I kind of look at the 4 hour in the sense of we actually could be coming for the highs. Because the 4 hour here came down, liquidated the previous lows, which is what the nice Asia short was into. And that was the nice breakout out of that liquidity grab. So there was a short into the liquidity grab and the buy out of the liquidity grab. So now I kind of look at this, and then to me, like if I look at this from just a complete naked chart, this looks like longs. Longs to fill in that previous 4 hourly wick. Around 32.80. I wouldn't be looking to short into the lows because that low was what grabbed that low, so that is your liquidity grab. So now I kind of, okay, cool, if you grab the lows, where's the next target? The highs. So that's why I do like the longs. And this hourly may be giving us a potential morning star play here. Sorry about that. No, it's all good, man. It's all good. Sorry, I just couldn't, wasn't entirely sure what you meant, man. Is this a liquidity grab ever used as a future target? Nah, kind of like once it's already hit, that's kind of it hit, to be honest, man. I don't really watch it too much after that. Unless you start coming close to it again and then rejecting, then I can look at it, you know, like say, for example, I don't have any reason to short into this low, but let's say if price came down here and then started to reject, then you could kind of look at it from the perspective, oh, okay, maybe that could become a double bottom again. And, you know, then I could short into it. But kind of, yeah, once it's been grabbed, That's kind of liquidity done here for me. So this low here grabbed these lows, so there's no interest for me to want to short into this low. This is my liquidity grab. And once it's kind of been hit, yeah, I don't really pay too much attention to it again. Yeah, of course, man, of course. It's a good question. Yeah, I like this long. Let's see how this hourly is going to close here, guys. I like this long. I do want to see a little bit more than this, but I want to see this long. Yeah, there is room. There is. I kind of see it from both sides, to be honest, which makes me think we're probably in a bit of a range. Yeah, I'm pretty neutral. The only reason I don't like the sells here on gold is because I don't have any targets. You know, you've kind of broken out your grab and lows. I just don't really have any targets to short. It's not to say, you know, that you can't go bearish. It's more so to say I just don't really have any targets. And this could be a nice hourly closure here, guys. Let's see. We could be playing a potential hourly morning star here. Hourly morning star. To trade in NQ was the way to get out earlier. Yeah, he probably didn't need stops that low, to be honest, man. How do I would have had stops there personally. Where is it? I would have had stops here. That's what looks like a liquidity grab. So I personally wouldn't have had my stops that wide. Yeah, 30-minute flip as well. Yep. Yeah, I would have had I'd have had a stop there. I wouldn't have had it down there. I'd say if you're going to re-break that low, you probably wouldn't want to be in the trade anyway. And as soon as you start grabbing highs and breaking back below that, I'd probably be managing. Because you kind of didn't break out. I mean, you did break that resistance, but you also had resistance there. Then you also had resistance there. Then you also had resistance there. So it looked pretty choppy. I'm not by any means an NQ expert though, but yeah, to me it looks maybe could have managed a little bit. All right, we're starting to get a break here, guys. This is looking nice. Let's see. We've got 1 minute. We could have some longs here on gold. We could have some longs into 4-hour highs. Up into here would be a management point of 35 because it's a tough range. Potential 80-tick move. 30 minutes grabbing the lows, trying to break back above. Let's get rid of this downside analysis. I don't care about what's down here. Let's trade what's right in front of us. 5-minute breaking back above. Now, the only thing is with these trades, guys, you know, the second you start coming into this area, you have to be open to managing. So you will need aggressive management here. Although I do believe, you know, you're going to grab these highs, you could easily also just continue to mess around in this area. Let's see. Trying to get there. We're trying to get there, Goldie. How's that future chart looking? Yeah, future chart trying to get back above. Getting above that 32.96 level as well. Tag me, yeah, nice. I think you got a good entry there, man. Bottom wick on the next 15, I'll be joining you. Actually, I'm gonna trade on my Asia account. Let's see. How's that hourly looking? Yeah, hourly's looking not bad. You know, you are grabbing lows and closing bullish, but the previous hour did close bullish, bearish, bullish. So if we come down for an instant bottom wick, it could be worth a shot. Could be worth a shot. Let's see. Need a solid bottom wick though. Had that hourly, yeah. Hourly grab lows, close bullish. 30-minute huge rejection. I mean, it's there if you want it, guys. I don't love this. I don't love it. 5 minute came down, held that 32.96 level. Flipping bullish already. Now the only thing is, you know, the second you come into these highs here, you'd have to manage like pretty aggressively, because this is still a strong resistance level. You know, and although we would love to see it break higher, we can't ignore that this is a big resistance level. You got a big resistance level here, then you got big hourly resistance there as well. So you'd want to see it push through pretty quick and aggressively. What are you bouncing off that 96 level for? What, 21 ticks already? Off that 96 level? I'm personally not in this, guys. I'm not in this. The only reason I'm not in this is because, yeah, you're just coming straight into resistance, which I'm not a huge fan of. You're in at 96.5, nice. Yeah, 96.5. Yeah, nice. On the on what, the break of the 5? I mean, now you're pretty much break even. If you guys are in this, as soon as you hit these highs, risk off the table there makes sense. In at 93.3. Ooh, very nice, man. 93.3, beautiful. On that 5 minute breakout, yeah, nice. 93.3 is a great entry, man. Very, very nice entry. On the breakout here. That one. Is that where it is? 93.3. A little bit lower. Yeah, yep, nice. Yeah, very nice, man. Very, very nice. Sold a couple of micros, nice. Yeah, I've seen the hourly trend line, man. Yep, it's there. It's there. Yeah, push through them levels very quick. Probably got some sellers getting trapped in here. $175, nice. That was that level that on the future chart here. Broke back above that, quickly bottom wicked it, and now you're squeezing. Now you're squeezing here, Goldie. How's this looking on the hourly now? Hourly coming straight into the highs. Yeah, look at that 4 hour. 4 hour looks good for the wick fill. Big resistance though, yeah, remember? Big resistance. Can't ignore that. Where could you... Yeah, see, this is a strong level. What would you hit on that 5 minute? What have you got? 40 ticks? You're trying to play up for at least like 80 though. Although it's not worth me, it wouldn't be worth me securing. I would definitely be managing here, guys. And this is the first 3 minutes of this hourly as well. In the 3 minutes of this hourly, we've come up and created a pretty steep top wick coming right into hourly resistance. Took one off at 40 and went to break even. Yeah, nice. Beautiful work, man. Beautiful work. Got out at 40. Nice. Yeah, as soon as you hit the hourly resistance, it would be silly to not manage risk. If you do get stopped at break even, then you can just wait for the actual breakout. But because you haven't actually broken out yet, yeah, this is a pretty strong level to manage. There's also a top wick on the futures as well, remember? Futures did just close. Let me just run to toilet, guys. I'll be 2 seconds. Out at 3,300 on the futures. Oh yeah, 3,300. Is that where you're at in the futures? Oh yeah, 3,300. Yeah, good spot, man. Yeah, right at 3,300. Solid, solid rejection from that level as well. Let me put that back on my chart. So where did that go? 3,300. Yeah, good spot. 3,300. Yeah, go. Instant reaction from that level, guys. So if you did take the break even, well done. Break even there's good. Although, you know, it'd be nice to see it break it, it's still a very strong level. Very strong level with an instant top wick on the hourly as well, which is not what you want to see, to be honest. You would have wanted to see the hourly open and push down, create the bottom wick before going higher. Able to sell 8 micros in profits. Nice, 2 left at break even. Yeah, beautiful, man. Beautiful. Beautiful. Just came down, tied the lows. If you re-break the highs, could you take it? Yeah, maybe, if you really want to. To me, I'm personally not going to. Was down 280 on the day, but got back up to plus 50. Nice. Beautiful work, man. Lock yourself out. If you were down on the day and you're back up, you know, tomorrow's a new day. I didn't take this one personally, man. Live on Topstep later. Yeah, we'll be live. We'll switch over there too, man. I will probably go over a little bit earlier today because I had issues setting up yesterday, so I want to make sure it's all okay. But yeah, we'll be back on Topstep in about 20 minutes. Hopefully it works today. I don't know why it didn't work yesterday, but fingers crossed everything works today. So what we're doing here on Goldie, let's have a look. Look at this, guys. Grabbing the lows, rejecting. Grabbing the highs, rejecting. Rangy. Rangy. If you were able to get the quick, you know, 35 ticks, well done. Very small range, but sometimes you got to take it. Grabbing the lows, closing bullish. Grabbing the highs, squeezing lower. I've seen nicer ranges, guys. The reason I haven't jumped in here, I've seen nicer ranges. See you tomorrow. Yeah, nice. Yep. See you tomorrow, man. 21 ticks for me. Nice work. Beautiful, Dave. 21 ticks is 21 ticks, man. In a range that's pretty good. Do I think NQ will correct today? I don't think, man. Do I think NQ will correct? NQ in the past, couple of hours has pushed up almost 3%. Don't think about what can happen, man. Trade what's right in front of you. You've had a huge breakout. You broke out on Tuesday, held it yesterday, and you've ripped higher. There's no reason to try and look at this. This is bullish. There's zero reason to think here. Just be looking for longs. Why do you want to fight the markets? The markets are insanely bullish. Trade what's right in front of you, man. Happy to take the break even. Yeah, break even's good, man. Break even's good. Good execution, good management. That's all we can do here, man. That's all we can do here. So with this squeezing back lower, guys, Zoom guys, I'll meet you guys in the background for just 10 minutes or so. And you guys on YouTube, I'm gonna head off a little bit earlier because I want to make sure I can get the Topstep stream set up correctly. So I will see you guys over on the Topstep channel in about 20 minutes. So head over there, guys, and we'll go live and trade the London Open together. So good job if you guys did get this little scalp here. If not, I'll see you guys in the London stream. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.